Hello, this is just a quick revision on speed, distance, and time, and also a rate calculation. Okay, so I want you to be able to continue with your exercises, right? So we're gonna start with speed, distance, and time. We have our triangle, okay, distance, speed, and time. And we said if we want to calculate speed, we hide speed, and we know that speed is equals to distance divided by time. If we want to calculate time, we hide time, and we know that time is distance divided by speed. And if we want distance, we hide distance, and distance is equals to speed times time. Now, when you do the calculation, I want to see these formulas written. You cannot just go to the calculation straight. If you are calculating distance, you will have to write for me that distance is equal to speed over time. Then on the next step, you say, what is the speed, what is the time, and you multiply, and you get the answer. Okay, I hope we are clear on that one. You know yourself if you haven't been writing the formula. So I want to see that. That is on speed, distance, and time. Now, the question that covers speed, distance, and time, you will have a statement that has got two items and two units, and they will be asking for item number 3, which and units number 3. What do I mean for that? You will be given speed and distance in the statement, and in the question you will be asked for time. Okay, or you will be given speed and time, and in the question you'll be asked for distance, or you can be given time and distance and you can be asked for speed. So be careful when you read the question. Okay, what are they looking for? Okay, now let's go to rate calculation. We have done this, it's a revision. So rate calculation, I said the first thing you have to draw the table. Your table must have item 1 with units, and it must have item 2 with units. Now I have write a list of what can be items and what can be units. Not only this thing, it can be many more. So an item can be time, speed, weight, length, fuel, distance, price, currency, and many more. Okay, but the units can be number, packet, bag, gram, kilogram, hours, um, meters, rands, dollars, and all these other currency signs that I've put here. Okay, so please take note. I'm not saying that the units for time is number. You know that the unit for time is seconds. Okay, I'm just listing an example of units here. This is just an example of units, and this is example of time. Okay, so what type of questions will you have? We have discussed this before. You will have a statement, and the statement will have two items and two units. You will also have a question. The question will ask for something, and that something you must log it as X. You know that the statement we use to fill it the top row, okay, and the question we use it to fill the bottom row. But the question will have something that they are asking for, which is X, and something that is given, which will be an item with units. Okay. Another thing that you have to know for the statement, very important for the statement, a rate, they can give you a rate on the statement. So a rate is a unit A per unit B. For example, they can give you rands per gram. Let's look at this example. They say that we have 5 rand 60 per kilogram. This means that 1 kilogram is 5 rand 60, because I told you that per means 1. So 1 kilogram is 5 rand 60. So if you look at this, you have two items, which is the first one and the second one, and the first unit is kilogram and the second unit is rands. Okay, So now you can use the rate for statement, because they can use a rate in a statement, but you should know that you already, if they give you a rate rand per kilogram, you must know that already you have 2 items and 2 units. That is the revision that I quickly wanted to give you, so that you can continue with your exercises in page 149. Okay, so we have already started with the rate of change. Okay, and I want us to look at this problem quickly. 8.1, they say a car uses 18 liters of fuel to cover 150 kilometers. This is my statement. So in my statement, I have liters and I have kilometers. You see that? Now they say calculate how far, calculate the following. Sorry. Number one, how far can the car travel per liter? Right. So you have what, it's liters, right? And you can say it's fuel. Your first unit is fuel, or it's petrol, whatever you call it. So it's petrol and it is in liters. Those are the units. Oh yes, they gave you it's fuel, so you can say it's fuel, it is in liters. That is your first unit. Number two, it's distance, it is in kilometers. Now let's look at the question. Calculate the following. Question one, how far can the car travel per liter? Okay, so they gave you 1 liter. How far can the car travel in 1 liter? So you go to your table for a rate calculation. This is your table. Okay, so now you put your information that they ask for. I just want to do that quickly. I hope it won't take much of our time. And so let me zoom in this so that you can see my table. Can you see my table? Yes, I will zoom it again and I will take it up a bit. So now on the first column, you have fuel in liters. You write your units in brackets. Number two, you have in that column, you have distance, distance in kilometers. So you see what I mean by item and units. Item and units. Now my fuel, they told me in the question. Oh no, did I close my textbook? Now it's gonna take time for me to open the textbook. Okay, here I got my textbook. So they tell me that I have 18 liters and I have 150 kilometers. Okay, now I go, I put my liters 18 and I put 150. Now I will go to the question. I'm done with the statement. Okay, so I go to the question. Calculate the following. Number one, how far can the car travel per liter? So I will reread it. How far can the car travel in 1 liter? So I have 1 liter. They are looking for the distance. The 1 liter that I have, I will write it. So under the liters, under the fuel, 1. And here I will write X. I'm done with my table. Now I will put the fraction on both sides. This side I have 18 over 1. And that side of the fraction I have 150 over X. Then what I will do, I will cross multiply. So 18 times X, I will have 18X. And then this side, I will also cross multiply. 1 times 150 is 150. See, now I know that I must divide by 18 both sides. So I will have 18x and I will divide by 18 this side. I hope I will be able to write that. Yes. And I will have 150 as well divided by 18 as well. Then I will get my answer for x. And what will be the answer for x? Let's quickly do that. We can press our calculators. Help me to double check if this is correct. So it's 150 divided by 18. That gives me 8 comma 33, and I'm looking for what? X is on the distance side, so that will be 8,33 kilometers. And now I will answer my question. The car will drive 8,33 kilometers with 1 liter. I am done. This is how you need to answer your question. So please, this is a revision. Follow this and do this problem correctly. That is the first question. You don't do 2 questions at the time. Okay, so now you go, you read the next question, you answer the question. Okay. So you're gonna do 8.11. You're going to redo it yourself, and you're going to do 8.12. Okay. So now I am quickly going to show you rate comparison. That was rate calculation because we were given one statement, but now we need to compare when we are given a 2 statements. So let us look at that. So they say here, example, Peter buys 90 oranges for 38 rand 40, and John buys 50 oranges for 20 rand. So you see, there's 2 statements. They are joined by this and. Okay, there are 2 statements. Oh, okay, sorry. I can see you can't see that. So let me turn that a little bit so that you can see. This is on page 149 of your textbook. So Peter buys 90 oranges for 38 rand 40. This is the first statement. And second statement, John buys 50 oranges for 20 rand. Who paid the best price? So you see, we need to compare. So we're going to do the table for the first statement and the table for the second statement, and so for X, and see who pays the best price. Obviously, the best price is going to be cheaper in this problem. So let's go to our template now. So we are doing a rate comparison. So let's we have our table. We will write, we have, what do we have in this statement? We have oranges, which are measured in numbers, and we have the price, which is in rand. So we're going to fill our table. Let's quickly fill our table. So remember, because we have 2 statements, we need to do 2 tables. For comparison, it's always 2 tables. So now our first item is oranges. And oranges are in numbers. And then we have a price. Price is in rands. You see, that is for Peter. Is the first guy Peter from the question? Yes, it's Peter. And the second one is for John. So now we're going to do the same. Going to put oranges there. Oranges in numbers. Oranges in numbers. And we're going to put a price in rands. See, now we put for Peter. Let's go and look for information for Peter. 90 oranges, 38 rand 40. 90 oranges, and it's 38,40. You see, I haven't looked at the question. I haven't looked at the question. Okay, and then the statement for John, it's 50 oranges for 20 rand. I put that for John. 20 oranges for, no, it's 50 oranges for 20 rand. Please don't mix this up, for 20 rand. Okay, now I want to put a name here so that we can see this is John. You must do that as well. And this is Peter, because we are comparing. So now, what is the question? Let's look at the question. We had dealt with the statement, who paid? So the best price. So the question is about the price. So X will be on the price. So now let's go. We come, we put X. And we put 1. If they didn't say anything, we want to calculate and see how much is one price for 1. So let's put 1 here, please. Okay, we put 1. We put 1. Right. Now we are done. So we can do our fraction. So here our fraction is 90 over 1. And it's 38 rand 40 over X. And here our fraction is 50 over 1, and this side is 20 over X. So now you know what is the next thing you can do. Here you're going to have 90X, and here you're going to have 38 rand 40. And here you're going to have 50X. You do your cross multiplication properly, please. Then this side you're going to have 20. Then we're going to focus on this side and calculate this side. So we know that we're going to divide by 90, divide by 90 both sides. To save time, let's go to the textbook. And so we divided by 90, and we got that X is, I will write it as it is in the calculator. So X is 0.42 or 43. It's fine, depending on the calculator that you get. So let me do 38.4 divide by 90 in my calculator, and I get 0.43. And I come on the side here, I will divide by 50, and I will get my X to be, let's go to the calculator. So I'm going to have 20 divided by 50, and I get 0.4. So here I get 0.4. So now I'm going to answer the question that Peter paid. This is the answer now. 0.43 rands for 1 orange. Okay, let me write this in right font. 1 orange. Right? And remember, there were 2 statements, so I'm going to have 2 answers. And John paid a 0.40 for, right, let's fix the font, for 1 orange. Therefore, John got the best price. You see, now I've answered my question. John obviously paid lower, so it is the best price. So John got the best price. So you see, this is how we do rate comparison if we have to compare between two statements. So if you look at question 8.2 and question 8.3, you have to compare the statements. Okay, so please do 8.2 and do 8.3, okay, in your textbook. Thank you. Page 149 in your textbook. Let me just show that properly. So remember, you will do 8.11, you will do 8.12, and you will do 8.2, and you will do 8.3. That is part of the revision, but now we have added rate comparison. Okay.